So, so I was just looking at some figures for the upcoming, jobs reports and the FOMC meeting, and this is absolutely wild. I don't know if we've ever really seen anything like this. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So obviously I want to look at what ADA's doing right now and what we could possibly expect throughout this month. I think we're going to get some weird, volatility, some sideways trading. We're really dependent on, the jobs report, the CPI report, the FOMC meeting, and the FOMC meeting has been kind of the big focus here is what the Fed is going to do regarding an interest rate hike. Okay, there's been talks of them keeping the same rates, talks of them increasing them, and recently the probability was very high, almost 70%, that they were going to have another 25 basis point hike come the middle of this month. Now, what I thought was funny and wild is I just happened to look at this again, and we have now done a complete 180. There is now an 82% chance that we do not have an interest rate hike this month. I don't know if the Fed has any idea what they're doing. I really don't know, guys. Okay. We've gone from, and I can show you guys this in the chart here. This is going to look wild, but this is the one we're focused on right here at the very right here. You can see as of the 30th, okay, we were at almost 70% probability of a 25 basis point hike. Now we've gone all the way down to what, 20 something percent? I mean, 18%. Okay. Very, very low possibility. Now, here's the thing. If we had gotten a 25 basis point hike, the market was actually starting to work its way lower. Okay. We were starting to work our way down in preparation of this happening. Now, if this does in fact come out on the right side of this, if the jobs report comes back good tomorrow, again, this all begins tomorrow because of that jobs report. If that comes back good, like, jobs added are lower, wages are flattening. If this sort of stuff happens and then we get a CPI report back showing inflation continuing to cool and everything's starting to slow down, that's extremely bullish for the market. Okay, we could see a very sharp move to the upside. Now, don't expect this to happen, just over the next few days. It's going to take a culmination of all these reports, right? The jobs report, the CPI report, and the FOMC meeting are all dependent on each other. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we get into some sideways trading, right? If we look at at sometime late July, we're going to get that GDP report for quarter two. We're going to see actually what's happening in the economy. There's a lot of things that are affecting the price from a macro standpoint right now. Obviously, this is probably the most boring ADA has been in the last year and a half, which is insane, right? Because we went through this obviously bear market cycle, a lot of volatility. Even still, this is the most sideways that we've seen ADA in quite some time. It's the same thing with BTC. It's the most sideways we've seen BTC in quite some time. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of float around in here. Obviously, we've invalidated this ascending channel that we've had since the beginning of the year. So I'm not sure if we're going to try to fight the bottom of this now, maybe try to trickle up as we go into the middle of this month, these FOMC meetings and CPI reports and all that stuff. Basically, we don't know, right? We don't know what's going to happen. Everything in the crypto market now is dependent on the stuff outside of crypto, which seems crazy, right? But at this time, I just want to keep building my bag. I just want to keep adding. I know the prices are going to be stupid right now. I know that they're going to be all over the place, but I know that when we look down the road at the bull market, things should be good. That should be when Cardano is starting to see some very good adoption, when there's even more built out in the ecosystem, when it's fully decentralized, and prices for crypto assets across the board are just running wild. Now, as always, this is not financial advice, but just be prepared. Do not be surprised if we are all over the place over these next 2 weeks. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you show your support below. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing to the channel. We've been growing like crazy. I'd love to hit 10,000 subs by 1 year. That would be quite the mark. And remember, it's all because of you guys. Without you guys, this channel is not as successful as it is. So appreciate you and all the time you guys spend watching the videos, but I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.